Have you ever looked at your reflection, not in a mirror but on a screen, and wondered, is this really me? In a world shaped by likes, algorithms, and curated personas, our sense of identity is constantly being molded by invisible forces. Today, we're going to explore how technology, especially social media and artificial intelligence, isn't just changing how we connect, but how we define who we are.
Have you ever stopped to ask yourself a simple yet profoundly complex question? When you are online, scrolling through feeds, posting a picture, or crafting a comment, are you truly being yourself? Or are you presenting a version of yourself that has been subtly, almost invisibly, shaped by the technology you use every day? We live so much of our lives through these glowing screens, these portals to a digital world. It feels like an extension of our reality, a place where we connect and share. But these digital spaces are not neutral territories. They are environments with their own rules, their own pressures, and their own powerful forces that mold how we see ourselves and how we present that self to the world. It's a question worth pondering because the answer reveals so much about our relationship with technology and, ultimately, with our own identity in this modern age. This video is an exploration into that very question. Your digital identity is not something you create in a single moment. Instead, it is a living, breathing collage, assembled piece by piece over time. Every post you share, every photo you upload, every article you like, and every comment you leave becomes a small tile in this grand mosaic of you. Each action is a signal, a tiny declaration of who you are, what you value, and what you believe. A picture of your pet says something about you. A shared political article says something else. Even the choice to remain silent on a particular topic is, in itself, a form of communication that adds another layer to your digital persona. Let's talk about the tools that help us polish our digital reflection. With a simple swipe or tap, we can smooth our skin, brighten our eyes, slim our faces, and even place ourselves in exotic locations we have never visited. These tools offer a tempting promise. The ability to present a perfected, flawless version of ourselves to the world. They allow us to erase the perceived imperfections and amplify the features we believe are most desirable. This is not just about vanity. It is about control over our own image, in a world where we are constantly being seen. When we scroll through our feeds, we are inundated with images of people who appear effortlessly perfect. This creates an unrealistic standard of beauty and success that is almost impossible to achieve in real life. The person posting the filtered photo can start to feel a disconnect between their own mirrored reflection and the perfected image they share online. Imagine you are standing in a vast hall of mirrors. But these mirrors do not just reflect your image. They reflect your thoughts, your opinions, and your beliefs. This is a good way to understand the concept of a filter bubble. The AI algorithms that power our social media feeds and search engines are designed to show us more of what we already like. If you consistently click on articles that support a particular political viewpoint, the algorithm learns this preference and starts feeding you a steady diet of similar content. This is the echo chamber effect. It is like being in a room where every time you speak, your own voice echoes back, amplified and affirmed by the walls around you. Dissenting opinions and alternative perspectives are filtered out, not through any conscious choice of your own, but by the invisible hand of the algorithm. Behind the scenes of our digital lives, a powerful and invisible force is at work. Artificial intelligence, in the form of complex algorithms, acts as the grand architect of our online experience. It is the puppet master pulling the strings, determining what we see, what we read, and even who we connect with. Every time you open a social media app, an algorithm instantly analyzes thousands of data points about you, your past behavior, your connections, your location, the time of day, to decide which content to place at the top of your feed. Its primary goal is not to inform you or to connect you in the most meaningful way, but to maximize your engagement and keep you on the platform for as long as possible. This algorithmic curation happens so seamlessly that most of us are not even aware of it. It might show you a friend's angry political rant because it knows that controversial content generates more comments and reactions. It might hide a simple life update from another friend because it predicts it will be less engaging. In this way, the algorithm doesn't just reflect our reality, it actively shapes it, subtly influencing our mood, our opinions, and our understanding of what is happening in our social circle. In the social economy of the internet, likes, shares, and comments are the currency of validation. Each notification, each red heart or thumbs up, delivers a small but potent hit of dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. It's a neurological reward that tells us we've been seen, we've been acknowledged, and we've been approved of by our peers. We post a photo, and then we wait, checking our phone over and over to see the likes accumulate. This creates a powerful incentive to post content that will perform well. But this constant pursuit of external validation can become a trap. Sometimes, we might share a photo from a party we didn't even enjoy, just because we know it'll look good on our feed and get a lot of likes. Or we might express an opinion that isn't entirely our own, because we know it aligns with the views of our online community and will be met with agreement and praise. In this process, the line between genuine self-expression and performance for an audience becomes, well, dangerously blurred. Consider the real-life example of a young artist. In the past, she might have created art purely for the joy of creation. Now she posts her work on Instagram. She notices that her colorful pop art style paintings get hundreds of likes, while her more subdued personal charcoal sketches receive very little attention. She's caught in the validation trap, where the pursuit of digital approval begins to dictate her creative choices, potentially steering her away from her most authentic artistic voice. There is a strange and honestly unsettling point we can reach in our digital lives, the moment when the algorithm seems to know us better than we know ourselves. It has analyzed so much of our data, our clicks, our viewing habits, our social connections, that it can predict with startling accuracy what we'll want to see, buy, or believe next. This can feel magical and convenient, as if the internet has become a perfect personal assistant, anticipating our every need. When we allow technology to make so many of our choices for us, we risk putting our own beliefs and preferences on autopilot. We stop actively seeking out new information or challenging our own assumptions because the algorithm does such a good job of feeding us a comfortable and agreeable reality. Our worldview is no longer something we actively construct through critical thinking and diverse experiences. It becomes something that's passively received, curated for us by a machine. Let's say someone starts to become curious about a conspiracy theory. They watch one or two videos on YouTube out of simple curiosity. The YouTube algorithm, designed to maximize watch time, recognizes this flicker of interest. It immediately recommends more videos on the same topic, each one perhaps a little more extreme than the last. Before they know it, the user is deep inside a rabbit hole, and their entire recommendation feed is dominated by content that reinforces this single fringe belief. This is how our digital identity can become less about who we are and more about who the algorithm has shaped us to be. The picture I've painted may seem bleak, a world where we're puppets of invisible algorithms and prisoners of our own curated personas. But it is crucial to remember that we're not powerless. Awareness is the first and most important step toward reclaiming our autonomy and our authentic identity. Simply understanding how these systems work, how filters shape our self-perception, how echo chambers limit our worldview, and how algorithms guide our choices, gives us the power to resist their influence. One of the most effective strategies is to intentionally diversify your information diet. Make a conscious effort to break out of your echo chamber. Follow people on social media who have different backgrounds, different life experiences, and different political viewpoints than your own. Seek out news sources that challenge your assumptions. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but exposing yourself to a wider range of perspectives is essential for developing a more nuanced and complete understanding of the world. Another powerful step is to set clear boundaries with the tools of curation. This could mean taking a pledge to limit your use of beauty filters for a week and noticing how it affects your self-perception. It could mean consciously deciding to post a photo that isn't perfect, but is genuine and meaningful to you. It involves shifting your goal from seeking external validation to practicing authentic self-expression. Ask yourself before you post, am I sharing this because it is true to who I am or because I'm hoping for a certain reaction? Finally, it's essential to cultivate a strong offline identity. Technology is a powerful tool, but it shouldn't be the sole architect of your selfhood. Invest time in hobbies, relationships, and experiences that aren't mediated by a screen. These activities ground us in the physical world and connect us to the parts of ourselves that exist independently of our digital persona. By nurturing our offline self, we build a resilient core of identity that is less susceptible to the pressures and manipulations of the digital world. We stand at a crossroads in our relationship with technology. We've embraced these incredible tools that connect us and empower us in unprecedented ways, but we're also just beginning to grapple with their profound impact on the very essence of who we are. The digital world is not going away. It'll only become more integrated into our lives. Therefore, the question is not whether we should use this technology, but how we can use it consciously and intentionally. The journey begins with personal reflection and a commitment to awareness. I encourage you to become a more mindful user of technology. Take a moment to look at your own social media feeds. What do you see? Is it a diverse tapestry of ideas, or is it an echo of your own voice? Look at your own profile, your own posts. Do they reflect the complex, multifaceted person you are, or do they present a simplified, polished version designed for public consumption? This is not a solitary journey. I invite you to share your experiences and reflections with others. Talk to your friends and family about these issues. Discuss the pressures you feel to present a certain image online. Share strategies for breaking out of filter bubbles. By having these conversations, we can build a collective awareness and support each other in navigating this complex digital landscape. Ultimately, the most important question is one you must ask yourself. Who do you want to be, both online and off? Do you want to be a persona curated for likes, or a person living with authenticity? Do you want to live in a comfortable echo chamber, or engage with the challenging and beautiful complexity of the world? Technology can be a mirror, a stage, or a prison. But it can also be a bridge, a canvas, and a tool for genuine connection. The choice is ours. Let us choose to use it to build identities that are not just curated, but true. Let us choose to be ourselves.
Technology will keep evolving, but who we choose to be is still in our hands. Are you being your true self, or just the version the algorithm prefers? If this made you think, hit like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences navigating identity in the digital world.